You know, that opening music that they use in this program always reminds me of like when they're bringing people into a church, they want them to sit down before they pass around that silver bowl. Welcome to the Motley Croc Show. I haven't been here in obviously 2 weeks, and neither has Jeff or Brittany because, we've been all pretty busy. It's the 7th of August, which it's actually cooling down when it's supposed to be the hottest, but who knows what's going on here. But anyways, let's go ahead and bring everybody on board. Yeah, as always, behind the scenes, we've got to add everybody to the stage. We have the Manic Satanic
No.
and Brittany Barbieri. It used to be Brit Investigates, but it's not anymore. She stopped investigating.
Yeah, I put a stop to it. I'm done.
And I moved it out. Everybody's probably like, "Oh my god, 8:30." The reason I did it for 8:30 is because we had a storm come through here.
Yeah,
and it like knocked my power out. So when it knocked my power out, it resets all my stuff in here, even when it's just a split second.
That's
So it always reboots, and you got to shut everything back down. Like these microphones get all quirky and everything acts up. So that's what I was doing. I was talking to you guys earlier, trying to get that kind of put together. So, I mean, we can kind of catch up, and we don't have too many people in here yet, so it's quite all right. Or maybe some people have power; they don't even know we're here, but we're running. We are running live.
Nice.
Really running live. Where are you at, Jeff? Are you where are you? Are you up north still?
Yeah, I'm in Vermont still.
Okay.
7 weeks on the contract, and
nice.
And then I may renew. I don't know if I'm ready to be here in December yet, even though I'm going to move back up this way eventually. But we'll see. Hey, what's up, Noah? But
hey, Noah.
Noah, what's up?
I went down to work tonight thinking I was working at 7, and I guess I was not scheduled. So I'm going to go back at 11 and do about 8 hours of overtime. So that should be good.
Yeah, man, good for you, buddy.
Awesome.
Saving lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when
in full uniform tonight.
Yeah, full uniform. Is that what you're wearing tonight? Hey, you get to wear black, bro. That's good.
Yeah, this place I can wear whatever I want. They have scrubs there if I want to use theirs, and but color wise, I can wear whatever. So
black looks good though. Black's good.
Yeah, blacks, grays, dark reds. Dark.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How I do.
He's got his stethoscope on, just waiting to listen to some
right?
hearts.
I listen to some lungs or what?
That's right.
I'm ready.
I love it. Be like, listen, come here. Let me hear your heartbeat.
Yeah, again, no, it wasn't canceled. I'll normally put an ad out to say that there's no Croc show.
Jeff. I love it.
But we just had some storms come through Florida that were just kind of like one of those rough ass, lightning cracking ones, then like a fuck ton of rain, and then more lightning, and then rain, and then it's just been on and off today. The whole week's been kind of weird. There's just been a lot going on, and even today I put up a birthday wish to Ricky Rocket, just set it up, but because I said killer drummer, Meta fucking took it off because I used the word
what
killer. Yeah, that's why I changed it. That's why I had to re-put it up again and change it to badass.
That's stupid.
Because I said you're also a killer drummer, and they're like, the word used triggered NSF, whatever the fuck, something. So it wasn't a violation. I just couldn't use the term, like I was saying, don't kill your drums or killer drums or whatever. So you can't say kill it. So I'm like, what the fuck, Meta?
Pedo in chief. They wanted me to take it down. I was like, nah.
Isn't that crazy though?
No regret.
I can't stand Meta. Can't.
Yeah, I just think that because for me, and I'll say it because I know people hate a lot of shit, but it's like, come the fuck on. Like, there's so much parading around and these weird fucking, you don't even know what they are, humans saying all kinds of random shit out there. And I say happy birthday, to the rattlesnake wrangling, unknown hunting, but most of all, killer drummer Ricky Rocket, and they take it down.
Click.
I call him rattlesnake wrangler because he FaceTimed me one day and he's like, dude, I got this rattlesnake.
Shoot.
In my driveway here between that and the garage, and I called somebody, but I don't want it to leave. And so we kind of talked, and I was like, oh yeah, just get a little tub and put it over top of it, man, and just let it sit there and they'll come. And he's real cool about it. He didn't want to do any damage to it. He just wanted it, away from the kids and the animals. I said, that's cool. It's a nice looking Western. It was a really good Western Diamondback, which was pretty sick. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And, it's neat to see that in California. That's a big old rattler. It's cool looking. You know what I mean? Hey Judy, what's up? And but after that kind of stuff, you put that in, and then all of a sudden you get this Mark Zuckerberg famous about free speech. Also, all right, flipped out. Troy wrote the word killer when they also let Nazis on their platform. Yeah. So what's up? Maybe next time I'll be a Nazi on the platform and say what I want then, I guess. And that's what I have to do. Someone's gonna clip that and be like, you see, I always knew it. I always knew it. I'm so listen. There's so much. It's so stupid out there, man. So that to me was. It's like, but you're limited because it's monopolized. You know. So unless you have
Yeah.
your own website or something, you gotta use that connection, and it should be freedom of speech. I understand no pornography and stuff on there, nudity and things like that. That's protecting viewers and stuff, and there's other sites for that. But
I've
certain
seen it
terminology, like if
on.
someone says like I think you should you kill yourself or go commit whatever, I think that's when you should say, hey, when the sentence, I think the AI and the bots are smart enough to understand the sentencing and it's what it's put in, honestly, just picking a word.
Yeah. They said that's how it was
Yeah,
programmed, though, is for the word algorithm. So, like, if it picks up on the word, that's when it. And the thing is that originally, earlier this year, Zuckerberg was like, "I'm lifting all of that so that people have a little bit more reign to be able to say what they want." And I'm removing the restrictions, and I haven't seen that at all. Like, I have seen the clearing of bots, like, and I like that. I have seen the clearing of bots, and thank God for that. But I have not seen this whole like. And I'm pissed because I will go into my notifications and it'll be like, hey, you've gained like 32 new followers last night. And then I'll go and I'll look at my followers and it's like went up one notch. I'm like, where the hell did all those 30 followers go?
Yeah.
I'm like, you kidding me? Oh, yeah. I've been banned a lot, actually, for offending the mermaid community and saying,
Listen,
if
man,
you're an open-minded person, you found your person.
That's what I've been banned for.
Listen, I don't go bother anybody. I don't go online and look for people to offend me and look to stuff. There's stuff out there that I don't care for and I don't appreciate, but I don't look for it and I don't care. Do what you want.
Right.
Back a lot.
But when it comes on here, or you're doing something to a friend, or you're saying something to your friends, and then it kicks you off. To me, it's just, I don't know. It kind of, it's like, how can somebody be offended in the mermaid community? Fucking, you guys are running around with your fairy tale shit. And you're offended because somebody said something about your fairy tale?
I don't even know if that's what it was. It was like they told me that the fact checkers had checked the video, which it wasn't my video. I reshared a video to my stories. Let's just preference.
Ridiculous, Craig. Ridiculous.
So I reshare it. And then Meta flagged me and said that the video had already been proven fake and that it was offensive to the mermaid community. And that's where my mouth dropped. And I remember sharing it with my friend, Rick Sector, because I was like, get this. There's an actual mermaid community out there. I thought mermaids weren't real. Oh my God. Boom. I was like, oh man, I just cracked the case. Like, holy shit. And then no, I was like, and then I wasn't allowed to comment. As Noah pointed out, I wasn't allowed to comment for an entire week because I had commented that if you were looking for someone with an open mind or, into cool stuff like paranormal conspiracy, then you found your person. And I was blocked for a week from being able to comment or talk to anybody.
Facebook jail.
That's because somebody complained, because you have to understand that.
Yeah.
You got to imagine this room that smells like farts with old empty Gatorade bottles and fucking, leaky hair dye and everything else. And they sit in their room and they get offended and they purposely go out and look for stuff to get offended about because people take on this identity of victimism. Like it's a thing.
I hate it.
It's a thing. You have to be a victim. You have to have somebody to blame. I'm fucking really fat while you're eating your ho-hos, dude, drinking your fucking Coca-Cola, playing your fucking video games, but you're mad because you're fat and then you're mad at the fucking Nabisco or you're mad at Little Debbie. Because, Little Debbie came in your room with a gun, put it to your head and said, shove that in your fucking mouth, you moron. Right? Yeah. So these are the people that go out and do shit. And it's just like, what's up, Angie? And it's like, it's why I wrote today on the thing. Why do physically unhealthy people go to theme parks and ruin it for kids? And I'll get on that. Yesterday I went to Animal Kingdom. It was actually a pretty decent day. I think the park was about 87 degrees. There was a slight breeze. There wasn't rain around it. So it kind of cooled down a little bit, which was good. And I like to get on Dinosaur. I know they're going to take that ride out soon, but that ride's just off the hook. I mean, I've always got a kick out of it. You jump on there, dude. I used to get real fucking high and get on it, but, I didn't do anything yesterday. I kind of went sober, but it was still kind of fun.
It's still good.
Still kind of
But
fun.
you see these people, man,
classic.
They got to stop every 10 seconds in line and sit down on the floor. And then they can't get back up, dude. Or they sit down because you're in line and there's little kids in there. They're just farting and they smell like old ham or rotted sausage, just stink. And you see little kids, how little kids are, they're all dramatic. They're just, and they got to stand there All
That'd
they
be
want to
my
do is
kid.
enjoy the ride and see Mickey Mouse and Goofy and some animals. And there's this fucking ass the size of a VW bug just puff toning them in the face, smell like sweat and stank. And I just think that those people, if you know you're going there, do some exercise or something, or get the fuck out of the way, dude, or get in a wheelchair then and get in front row. Stop doing that. I would never hold anybody up. If I got to drive slow on the interstate because my car is acting up, because my car is physically unhealthy, I'm not getting in the fast lane and holding up people that are trying to get to work and get around me, even if they are speeding or not. I need to be, so get over, don't. And then you got like the Katundra family fucking function, and they all take the entire lane. You can't pass them. And they're dragging around these busted out sneakers and these big purple legs with tattoos that are scabby, and they're just dragging it out, dude. And nobody can get around. And then you go around and they're like, oh, who the fuck is, what's their problem? We're all getting there. They're hurry. Yeah. I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And you took the whole fucking bridge up. That's 20 feet wide. So go fuck off. That's how I really feel. Your problem is not my problem. Your problem is yours, and you need to stick to the side with it. Period. End of story. And that's that simple.
Yeah.
Common human courtesy. They don't have that because they're victims. And give me a Mickey Mouse out there with the extra chocolate dipped on the ears. I can't. You know, it's like not enough of them drop dead out there. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And we're about to see Troy go in 3.
So I'm sorry. I don't care. Fucking you. That's how I feel about it today. And that's my rant.
He's gonna vanish off of
because you got to understand, man, sometimes there are people that are less fortunate out there that save money. Listen, it's expensive to go to those parks. And there's families, they only get one day to get through everything with their kids.
And
right?
they've waited
and the line's already 95 minutes long. You know, and you see little kids dressed like Avatar and they want to get in line. And you got these fucking slobs holding people. You go, fuck them. Because these people saved all their money for sometimes 5 to 6 years. You see some of the stories. Just to spend one day at Disney, be able to buy each kid an ice cream cone or whatever, a t-shirt or something, and spend the day there. And I feel for them. There's some hardworking people that deserve that. And these fucking motherfuckers want to ruin it for everybody. So they need to put the slob lane in, dude. And if you're going to be a slob, then you get in the slob lane and you let everybody who's normal do their shit then. Period. Or learn to have some courtesy about yourself. Yeah. It's all about human courtesy. You can eat 16 bags of Doritos and 14 fucking tubs of ice cream before you go to bed, and your butthole can be prolapsed, and you can piss the bed, you can't wipe your ass or even bathe yourself. That's your freedom. You're in America. Awesome. And whoever chooses to sit in that room and breathe you in and take care of it is their problem, not ours. So when you get up enough courage to come out there, leave us the fuck alone or fuck off. That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry, dude. I've always been that way. If I have issues, I don't bring it on to everybody else. Nothing, not personal issues, not physical issues, nothing.
He's entitled to one.
You shouldn't do it. Right, exactly, Jeff. They're all entitled. It's like, oh, you have to wait for me because I'm handicapped. They don't make New Balance in my size. Yeah, that's right, dude.
Yeah, you know, ankle deep in shit. So
you're right, Noah. That's totally right. That's totally right.
The victimhood thing is really out of control.
See, that's fucked up, TJ. What the hell's fucking bullshit is that? I will, Judy. And I know a lot of people don't want to say, but I think everybody should be honest about it. I don't really go after people in general until you do something. I still believe that everybody's got a right to do whatever. Like, if you don't want to take care of your body, that's fine. If you are sick and you have problems, that's fine. I'll help somebody. If you can clearly see they're trying to do something and something's wrong, help them. But when you're just an entitled slob, and you know the difference, folks. We all know the difference.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with race, religion, or anything. You know the difference. You're just a slob of a person.
Yeah, because I have been at parks where I've seen people that have been quite large and they know that they can't walk as fast or whatever. And they have moved out of the way. Like they have been like, I'm going to move to the side because I know, and I don't want to hold these families up. Like I've seen that courtesy. So to me, I'm like, that's awesome. You know, like I'm like, and I feel
what about this? Oh, I don't like Troy and Jeff's shirt.
With.
What about that? I don't like Troy and Jeff's shirt. It says, quit hating on Satan. You're offending the guests.
Oh,
that 700-pound piece of shit, that shit is pants with a turd juice in the back, right? And tit sweat. That smells like an old pickled sausage and farts all mixed up in a diarrhea drink. It's not offending everybody in the park, but it's okay for what?
No.
Is there a personal hygiene thing that can offend you?
No, I've actually seen so many articles.
I got thick for a while and I didn't do that, Brittany. I got out of the way when I couldn't hustle. Now I just hustle around.
You can't compare yourself.
But I'm just saying, Jeff, when you get a little, bro, you get a little fucking, by my early 40s, man, I was slamming food, being lazy, and I put on some pounds, and it's supposed to
Hell,
be.
listen,
And so my knees would hurt, but I'm not going to hold up the whole line with my ass sticking out like boom, boom. Sorry, kids, go fuck off. I'm not going to do that. You're going to take initiative. You're going to take initiative.
Out of people, so that's it's growing up in it. It's all good. Trust me, I dealt with slow people on the sidewalk every tourist season. I used to have to walk in the street to go to work.
And it's okay to be slow, guys. Don't take it like I'm hating on you. I'm not. Just step over. There's the fast lane for cars. There's the passing lane for cars, and there's the middle lane. Don't sit in the middle lane when you're supposed to be in the far right lane going slow. You can kill somebody like that.
I think when it comes to the people like you're talking about in the park too, there's a difference in people that are dramatic and want all the attention on them.
They want to walk around with a donut this big.
So then they well, it's not just that, but everything is a problem. Do you know what I mean? Everything is an issue. And you can always tell those people. So they're going to be over dramatic with walking, and they're going to be over dramatic getting on. They just honestly, for whatever reason, need that attention, and they're looking for it everywhere. They're feel sorry for me. And it's we don't feel sorry for you. You're literally just trying to be a victim here today. And those are the people from working at theme parks. Those are the people that end up pretend falling so that they can get in forever.
I've seen that. I saw one trying to exit the line the other day, and they were trying to step over the rope things, those chain things, and it caught them, and they flipped over like a dumpling.
And then they'll be like,
and then it was
my
the park's
God,
fault.
my head,
You had
my
that
back.
chain there. Oh, my arm's broken. And they hold it, and then someone goes, "Are you okay?" And they touch it, and they go,
and they literally could have walked around it.
Folks, it wouldn't be me if I didn't say this. And you ready for this? And we euthanize about 100,000 dogs a month for no reason. Just saying. Good little sweet animals that we don't deserve. And we kill them, but these fucking waste of skin run around out there stealing from people, suing, acting like victims, ruining everybody's day. And you have a little dog that needs to love. And I really think dogs are like little angels, man. We all know that. Cats and dogs protect us, man, spiritually and physically. Period. End of story. We'll get into that later. Another show, I got some theories on why I think some dogs suffer more from cancer than others, especially if you have a multi-dog variety in your home. You always have that one, and you have to understand that dogs are empaths, and they pull every bit of negativity from you so that you don't have it. That joy you feel is them sucking that out of you. And I think a lot of times the dog you're the closest with always seems to suffer because it takes your negative and it tries to work in. So the fact that we kill 100,000 of them all the time, and you have these people that are just leaning on us and everybody else, it's difficult for me.
If you look through the news at night, hell, I could freaking name a whole bunch of people that I see on the news that, I know that, what was it? Let's
give him a second chance. We don't care that he raped those kids.
Robot Chicken did an episode of it. Euthanasia. there's plenty of people in society, and I'm saying it because anybody that can do shit to certain children or animals or people, yo, no, goodbye.
Yeah, especially if you're proven guilty. That's what I said, Jeff, years ago, back in 2013. Goodbye. I was in front of Discovery because I had another show at the time. So I got to be able to pitch it, and I wanted to pitch the pay-per-view assassination show. They loved it, but they said America wasn't ready. I said, bro, once you get a convicted person that's either a rapist or a killer, just a blatant killer, you need to put 3 ways of death: lethal injection,
give the audience the opportunity,
or ripped apart by chimpanzees, I think were the 3 that I said. And you do pay-per-view.
Oh my God.
And then whatever the highest vote gets, Jeff, you don't have to watch it. But if you choose to watch it, you should be allowed to watch it.
Yeah, it beats the shit out of warehousing people in fucking private prisons. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Right.
And they don't, and after they've done that to someone, listen.
They don't deserve to be alive.
But it would be great to watch them come out just like Gladiator and have to fight a lion.
Listen.
Or a big ass chimpanzee that's going to bite your cock off.
That's
the first thing he does when he gets in
there. I
there.
don't feel sorry. Yeah.
Do they get to go free if they win?
Sure. Because they ain't coming
free.
out. Oh. They ain't coming out. That's fair. That's fair.
There's a lot of freaking I would.
But if you do it again, it's dead. It's dead on site. No more court. If you win,
well, you got to have court, man. It's
no. If you win the monkey challenge, you win the monkey challenge,
the wheel of death. I love.
No, you're not listening. If you're already prosecuted, you're already found guilty, and you go in there and you survive the monkey challenger line and you survive it, they let you go. But if you pull that stunt again, and you're found guilty right there, it's been seen or it's done,
That's
it's death on sight.
It's being found guilty.
Well,
No, I think it should be like the bullfighters. I think you should just have to be in there until you're dead. Sorry. If the bulls have to stay in there where they're getting speared to death.
I think it depends on the crime, for sure.
But
you got to bring the stakes up. If people are going to want to watch to see if they survive. I think that was a good attitude.
I don't think they killed the bulls, but
the bulls do die. They do die in the Matador.
The bulls? Oh, you want the ones they stab in the back? Yeah, I know that's the part. But
that's
they
just to rile them up. The little spiky things. I'm pretty sure that's just to rile them up. I mean, they may kill the bulls.
No, they do it until they die. How they kill them is they do it until they get them weak enough, and then the Matador will go up behind them with a blade and put it right through the back of the head and the heart. That's how they kill them. It's their big honorary thing. Yeah, I met one. Let me tell you, I met one day.
They slaughter it and then everybody eats it and stuff. I get it.
Don't give a shit. This guy, I met one day, and he came up to me.
It's kind of a brutal thing to do.
Like Rico Suave to me, and I wouldn't shake his hand, and he didn't know why. And I said, because I do not support what you do. It is complete animal cruelty, and I understand it's a heritage and cultural thing, but I don't agree with it. So I'm not shaking his hand.
No, the bull doesn't have a choice. I get food, and I get stuff like that. I think hunting for sports kind of shitty.
I agree, Jeff.
100%,
I agree,
Jeff.
You know what? Everybody's got the right to do what they want. Unfortunately, the animals do not. And as far as
that said,
or like circus bears, I remember going to I think it was the Big Apple Circus one time, and there was a bunch of people outside handing out flyers about how they burn the bear's feet and all the other crap. I can't really support this at all. Speaking of which, it was a baby bear that walked through my yard the other night on my camera. Little baby, little black bear.
That's cool.
I'll send it to you guys. It's pretty crazy.
That's pretty awesome. No, that's cool.
I came home.
And, I think if I was
all over.
What's that?
I came home. The trash was all over, and it was across the driveway. And my roommate thought that it was the raccoons. I was like, "There's no way." It was big trash can. I'm gonna send you guys a video of this shit.
I think that's cool.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah,
the whole objective to torture an animal and kill it just doesn't seem right to me. But every culture's got its culture. It's just sad. I just wouldn't support that. I mean,
I can't.
I don't know why you'd want to now. I mean, I don't know if things were different back in the day when things were a little bit more barbaric. I guess I don't know, but I mean, there has to be some reasoning. I understand bullfighting, but I don't know why you have to kill it. That's the whole objective, is to kill the bull.
Yeah, you are correct. They ritualistically kill it.
It's a process of how
the belly strap. They tie up the testicles in the belly strap. That's what agitates them.
They kill them for show. It's ridiculous. It's just to show off. There's no rhyme or reason, or I mean, I just think it's ridiculous.
It's not right.
I mean, at least give them a real rabbit.
You know what I would like, if you're really, to me, this is how
I know when they banned greyhound racing.
Yeah, and it was a fake rabbit, by the way.
Yeah, but they banned it. But those people, here's what I don't like about that. Those dogs do love to run.
Didn't need it. If you're going to use a rabbit, you got to use a real rabbit that the dog, if they catch it, they get it. That's only fair.
For running like that. Yeah.
There you go, buddy. Even a rabbit or some shit. I don't know, but
I mean, a rabbit ain't getting away from a greyhound in circles.
And you think they learn? I've been in 100 races and I never caught one fucking rabbit. And then I broke 4 teeth on it, because it's made out of metal on a track.
Yeah.
It's like a toy train, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but people don't understand that greyhounds love to run. They've been genetically bred for a long time now.
Without a doubt.
To race, they like to do that. They're a very athletic animal, and they like that. That's good for their body. Their body's genetically adapted to running. So there has to be some sort of, when you make a dog like that, a lap dog. That's why certain dogs that you get are not lap dogs. Those dogs have to work. Their DNA, they're genetically prone to want to work, to guard, to work, to love. That's what they do.
I do like what Jeff is saying, is getting a reward for that hard work, that hard run that they pumped out for those people.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what rewards
that's not the reward that they get there, but I mean, when the dogs they get all fed treats and they do get to eat, but I just mean it's like they stopped the whole rabbit thing because they thought it was cruel for it to be tore up like that. Because that those greyhounds are going to catch a rabbit. I mean, they're fast.
And they're going to rip them to pieces.
It's the same reason when I fly my birds of prey. I don't use a live animal I'll use like either a dead rat or something, and to get them inspired. I'm not going to do something alive. I get that, so I understand if it was fake. But I do have baiting tools that I use that aren't real, that they get once they get that baiting tool.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Did we say too much?
But I cut them in half, and
He said, or baiting. I don't know which one got him.
I know, Troy, you froze.
Yeah, can you hear me still?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
No, I said I have stuff for baiting. So like when they bait, it means they're jumping off. So I have little tools I'll use for baiting, and then I reward. They get the bait,
right,
and then I reward them. So yeah, they definitely should be rewarded for sure.
I'm sure the dogs get. Oh, there he goes again. Same face.
Like I don't believe
it's the weather.
I'm sure the dogs do. I just think like I couldn't imagine chasing a bowl of spaghetti all week and not being able to eat spaghetti.
Well, I think in the dog's head, they're going to get a reward. Like, I don't want to give them like a live rabbit, because imagine like 4 dogs ripping that that is like animal torture to die that way.
Necessarily give them a live rabbit unless they catch it themselves. If they catch a live rabbit, you can't really take it away because you're the one prompting them to chase it.
Well, they can't reach the one that's actually on the track. Like the way that it's set and the way that it's triggered, they just see it. It's a visual aid. It's the same with like the jockeys on a horse. It's just a visual aid to get them to go. Like give them an initial thing. Like
not anymore. Now it's an Amazon warehouse. So.
Listen, what I was going to say before is like when we were talking about the matador, however you pronounce it. I don't even know what matador, whatever. Matador. Sorry, not to offend that culture, but this is what I'm saying. But I personally think I would be more impressed if he was in there with no weapons and went up against that bull. And that wouldn't happen because he would never survive it. So how is he like this hero? Weapons. It's like, get me back to like the gladiator days, right? Like, let's see a man of action in there with that animal and let's see how it goes. I'll be impressed if he fights off this bull with his bare hands. I'll be impressed. If he does not, sorry, you died not a hero.
Back and grab those horns. I don't know, or like put some steak sauce on it.
Just jump on it.
Wi-Fi is not connected.
Bitch.
Or some A1.
You're back. You're back.
Cold.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not.
I mean, that's definitely one of the most cruel. That and the rattlesnake roundup is another one that's fucking disgusting. You know, they literally gather these animals to kill. You know, hundreds and hundreds of them. Just to kill them. That's the whole point. You know, there's no, like I'd go there just to look at and hopefully touch the rattlesnakes. That's all I really care about. You know, it's
a touchy subject because it involves cultural differences. It involves a history of, you know, a heritage and things that people did. But again, we had a lot of things that we did in history that we won't repeat. So I just feel like there's a time that should have ended. Especially when if you want to complain over, I don't know, someone wearing a set of jeans, but you're fine with a bull being murdered, like kind of got a problem. Like,
I don't think the denim is endangered anymore, so I think we're okay.
The denim,
the wild North American denim is good.
I just think people always, and I think it's funny, like I would probably get ripped to shreds saying that, like, oh, you're just this white girl, you don't understand. No, I understand. It's called animal cruelty. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, no. And I'm not sure what the origins of the rattlesnake roundup are, but either way, it's literally, you know, gathering all these defenseless animals. I mean, they're not exactly defenseless, but they're defenseless. You know, and putting them in a ring so everybody can watch them be killed. You know what I mean? That's
No.
And like every time somebody gets bit, it's like, yeah, you know, rattlesnakes 1, you know, cowboys 3,604,000. You know, but
I can't
a little bit, or you know, have them go in there with no shoes or something. You know, make it challenging.
Yep. Here, let's flip the switch. I made a reel about this earlier this week. So let's flip the switch on versus people that obviously don't really look at animals the way that most of us do on this platform tonight. To the other side. So I, of course, loved Egypt, and I love everything that they do in Egypt in regards to how they honored a lot of the animals. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they sacrificed cats to Basset.
No, Basset, that's right. Basset,
yeah. But if their precious treasured cat dies, their way of showing mourning is shaving their eyebrows. And however long it takes for their eyebrows to grow in is how long they mourn the loss of their cat. So how much do you love your pet? Are you willing to shave your eyebrows to show your mourning for your pet?
Oh no, not for mourning purposes. If it was going to save my pet, I would shave my entire body.
That's different. That's different.
Like I thought sitting Shiva was bad, like the Jews do, but shaving your eyebrows, man, is just like,
all the way off.
Imagine what I'd look like with no eyebrows.
All the way friggin' off. Like
they have my mustache too.
Like, and that's the funny part. I was like, I didn't know that because I knew that they did. Of course, they would build temples for some animals. They mummified them. They were buried with them. Like they really honored certain cats and even crocodile species or whatever for Sobek. And the cool part with Sobek is that they would go.
Not frozen, or am I frozen too?
You're not frozen. Oh yeah, you are frozen. You're back.
It's weird. The Wi-Fi is crazy, man.
It's acting up tonight.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Florida. The worst of it because you guys keep going out.
Yeah,
I keep seeing you guys go away. You two keep disappearing from me.
You disappear
it's the weirdest
from us.
thing. And what I was going to say was, you guys look digitized to me, but I'm clear, so I don't understand what's going on. It's like the weirdest thing. And then all of a sudden, Jeff will be like, "Am I frozen?" And then he goes, "Yeah." Or he'll say something, or you'll be like this.
Yeah, we all have to like make sure that how we talk and pose looks good in case we freeze, so that we pose in pretty positions. Like, oh, no way. Anyway, but with Sobek and stuff, I thought was really cool too because they would go out into the Nile and they would collect one of the larger crocs and honor Sobek with this croc and put it in a temple where it was guarded and watched over. And then when that croc would die, they would like do a whole ceremony thing, but they would actually put like jewels and gold on this crocodile.
Jewels.
Yeah, to honor freaking Sobek, which I think is super cool. So every animal that they had honored a god in some form of way. So I think that's really cool. But I was just like, shave your eyebrows. Look, I love my animals and I will mourn them like nobody's business. Like they're family, but freaking shave my eyebrows. I think even my animal would understand, like, listen, Ma, don't shave your eyebrows. Don't do that to yourself. Like that's too much.
You should have to.
I don't know what Noah was saying, that he was glad that they stopped widow burning. Wow, India does some. I don't even get on the topic of India. Let's not even get me started on India. But yeah, there's some weird shit.
Now in Abu Dhabi, if you're caught shoplifting, they cut your hands off in the street. They still do that. Like they'll do a public chop off, and then they also still do a public execution.
That's amazing.
Abu Dhabi. For like high crime criminals, it's planned out, and you go see like a public execution. Yeah.
Talking about India, you'll certainly never see bullfighting there. That's for sure.
No, absolutely not. Or they don't even fuck with them rats either.
Yeah, I always say calm as a Hindu cow. It's because they don't get hurt. I've had friends that go to India and they're like outside your hotel windows, just cows everywhere and shit because they don't kill them or eat them. They're everywhere. It's I see a lot of those fuckers up here. That's for sure.
Cows?
Oh yeah, I live right by the Ben and Jerry's factory, so there's a big cow field.
Oh, for dairy. Ooh, big dairy farm.
Yep. I haven't been there yet, but I definitely got to take a tour.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's probably like 10 minutes from my house. I've been out.
That's kind of cool.
And a lot of stuff like that around, so that's kind of cool too.
No, that's cool.
Some salamanders and newts that I haven't seen in 20 years since I moved out of the Northeast.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love those little things.
It would.
Could you imagine? Like,
it would. Find out you chopped off the wrong hand.
But you know who stole in town.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Here comes Nubs. Keep an eye on him. He's already got one hand gone. Keep an eye on Nubby over there.
And then all the people who lost their hand by accident, they were just going to think thieves.
Yeah. Oh, you were a thief.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
No, it was my father that I just found out was my father. Chopped my hand off.
Luke.
Stealing.
So Brittany.
Which, by the way, I'm really confused because they talk about this. Shoot, I forgot the name of it, and now I'm all twisted up in it because they said originally they said that we're being reprogrammed or whatever. Whatever that's called. Troy, I'm sure you've seen it. I think we've talked about it before, but they originally said it's not Luke, I'm your father. Oh God, what are they saying that he says now? Because we all grew up saying, Luke, I am your father, or Luke, I'm your father, or whatever. And now they're saying that that's not what he said. Now they've said that he's saying something else. And I have the old VHSs. So like, I am determined to go back and be like, I got to go back and see, because I don't have the 8-tracks anymore.
I am your father.
Yeah, they're saying that that's wrong. And then I thought Sinbad did a movie where he was a genie. Am I wrong? I grew up thinking he did a movie where he was a genie.
Sinbad did. Shaq did it too. Sinbad did one.
That's what they said. They said it was called Shazam.
Kazam with a K.
Kazam. There it is. And then they had the somebody actually posted their VHS with it. And now if you go to Google, which I hate Google AI, it'll tell you there was never a movie. Sinbad never played a genie. It's all what is the name of it? Mandela effect. You thought that that's what it was, but it was actually
1996 on IMDb. Kazam was Shaq.
No, I know it was with Shaq, but Sinbad did one.
No, Sinbad never played a genie. The original
I could have sworn he did.
But yeah,
see, now I'm all confused. I know Shaq did one, but I thought that I could have sworn that Sinbad did one. Was Sinbad originally casted in it and then didn't get it? Was that because I don't know, because I know that Shazam was because Shaq. So the S in Shazam is Shaq. It was for Shaq to play the genie.
Shazam with a K. Shaq's movie.
So then what was Shazam? Oh, Shazam was with, I keep saying the wrong thing. That's with freaking.
With the guy who was in Chuck and.
Somebody on here, help me out.
Hold on.
The name of the movie is Shazam, I think.
Who, Shaq's?
No, the new one. No, the new one.
Yeah, that's Shazam.
The latest. That's just Shazam.
Superhero Captain Marvel, who would say Shazam when he changed. There used to be a TV show back in the 70s too about Shazam, like on Saturday mornings. It was like a live action.
Yes.
They drove around in like an RV and he saved people's shit. And
I will just be honest. Like, I see some of the stuff online. And I'm like, was it? Wait a minute. And it really confuses me because I'm like, it was so long ago that I have to go back and go, well, shit, do I need to go back and freaking see?
That's on IMDb. So I don't know if it was a TV series that he did. And when he did it, like everybody thought it was a movie, but it was just a little clip he did. He did play a Sinbad, but he was a genie, but they don't know which one. It was a comedy.
So maybe it was for like one of his sketch shows or something.
Somewhere in a parallel universe, Sinbad's long forgotten genie movie has been uncovered, long last or whatever.
A non-existent movie that people falsely remember starring Sinbad as a genie.
Right.
But that's what Google AI says.
Isn't that crazy though, Jeff? That so many people remember it and they can't figure it out. That's weird.
I remember it, and that's why I was confused.
Now Google AI is saying, yes, there was a movie in the 1990s starring Sinbad as Shazam. Or maybe Shazam with 2 A's.
I hate Google AI. I'm going to preface this right now online. I am fighting Google AI constantly with people because Google AI will literally, all it does is that it just reads all the information online really fast for you so you don't have to do it. And then it gathers and accumulates the answer that mostly is stated. And then it will give you the answer. Because if I was to Google right now, it says, yes, Lost Monster Files season 2 was renewed. Well, that's funny because no, we're holding. So it just does this accumulation of statements and then gives you an answer based off those statements. And ChatGPT is no better. It is the exact same format that it works. I have so many computer techs that program these things and have informed me that you cannot rely on Google AI or ChatGPT to give you the answers.
Jeff, look in your phone. Look in your Instagram Messenger.
I hope I freeze that way. I really do.
Yep, there it is.
Troy's frozen.
I know.
Familiar.
Oh, no, you're back.
Isn't that crazy, Jeff?
Yeah.
And he turns around, he's like, the two kids, but it doesn't exist.
That is weird. It's crazy, man. It's just like in Top Gun, where he's like, "You could ride my tail anytime." I swear that was the line. And now it's something completely different.
I'm confused.
All of that stuff has been changed up. I thought in Star Wars it was like, or whatever it was like, no, I'm your father, not Luke.
No,
Because he went to kill him
that's
and he
right.
goes,
No,
no.
it's now. No, now it's saying, no, I'm your father.
Oh,
but
I
when
thought-
we were
I always
kids,
thought
it's
that. I
Luke,
didn't know.
I am your father. Because that's what we always joked about. Luke, I am your father. But now it's,
But maybe
"No,
people
I
thought it
am
was
your
that and it just
father."
spread around. I don't know.
I don't know. Now I want to take my VHS and put it on.
I'm looking.
That's why, and I'm just going to ruin a lot of Disney dreams out there, okay? Snow White is the only princess that actually died, okay? I'm telling you this right now because not only did I work for Disney, but it is the truth.
I
She's
know
the
they
only
did. I know he
princess
died
that
when he went to heaven.
actually died.
Everybody
Yes.
knew that when she went up to heaven.
Not everybody. Not everybody. I'll tell you that right now. She's the only princess with a castle in heaven, and she is escorted to the cliff on the back of a white horse.
Everybody's also offended because he didn't ask if he could kiss her. Have you seen all that?
Oh my God. And in Sleeping Beauty too. I got all mad because how are you supposed to ask a woman in a coma if you can kiss her to save her life?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. If I'm in a coma and the only way to save me is by true love's kiss, some bitch better kiss me because I want help getting out of a coma.
Well, I would kiss Jeff if he was in a coma if I knew it would bring him back.
Of course, anybody would.
Yeah, but he didn't.
I'm not going to say Jeff. Jeff, can I kiss you and bring you back?
Jeff, give me a wiggle in your pinky if it's okay.
Right? I don't know.
Oh, Noah, mic drop.
Snow White was made in what, 1930 something?
Yeah. 1938.
I think
1938.
that I would kiss anybody in a coma, unless it was family, but not like, kiss anybody in a coma.
He didn't even
unless
kiss
it was your,
Come on. He didn't even
your
kiss
princess.
Victims, but never kiss.
No, he just
Listen.
gave her a little peck on the lips, he said. And then she was like,
Oh, this sensitive train. I'm over the sensitive train. Listen, it doesn't even have to be a different time. Why can't we just have a fun fictional movie where the freaking girl is in a coma from an evil witch and they already met prior to her being put in a coma, by the way, and the love was already there. Let's just state they already built this relationship prior to her negative and being in a coma. So if he wants to go in and give her a peck, he didn't give her tongue. There was no hand grabbing action. It was a peck.
Did the witch ask if she could poison the bitch with an apple?
No, she did it without any consent.
She's a witch. That's what witches do. But
Tony, I'd kiss you too, bro.
If she wasn't in a coma and she was passed out from too many cervezas, right? Is it still okay? If you think maybe it'll sober her up a little bit.
Wait, what? If she's not in a coma?
She's just drinking. She drank herself into a pass out situation.
I think if it'll bring her back and saves her life from an evil witch, yes.
It's
a peck.
I'm gonna start kissing really drunk people. Be like, look, there was an evil witch over here like 5 minutes ago.
He gave you an apple spiked martini.
Poison mojito. And now
it's usually a weird guy.
Yeah. I have to touch your butt under your clothes to bring you back from being very drunk with the poison mojito.
Oh my God.
It was a brouhaha.
A brouhaha.
So
I watched her creep over.
About Matt Rife buying the Warren collection. It's crazy.
Yeah, and Elton. I don't, it literally is so divided in the paranormal community, and I just don't understand why. Okay. Like Matt Rife actually really does love the paranormal aside from his comedy stuff.
He's scared though and all that crap. I'm perfectly honest.
Well, but the thing is, people are like, he shouldn't have it. He shouldn't have the house and he shouldn't have the rights to the museum, but they actually want to preserve the history. So I'm like, if they actually care enough about the history of the Warrens and they want to take care of the society and the Warrens' legacy, and their daughter Judy is great with it and they've sold, then let them have it. I don't see the big deal in it. There are plenty of other people in the field I would not want owning the Warrens estate. Sorry, because they would want all this off of it and not give two shits about the legacy of the Warrens. So, nope.
I wouldn't want to sleep in that house.
You can. They're going to do it where it can sleep up to 8 people for one night. So you can't. So
Jeff.
Annabelle under arm and Robert.
It's so great. So what they've decided to do is they're going to take the museum, because they don't want anybody stealing or doing anything when they're not there, even though the house will have cameras in, I guess, certain areas for protection. But they are going to move it to like a building and create a walk-through museum exhibit, making it like the house to where you walk through the Warrens' legacy and see the artifacts and see the case that went with the artifact, which I think is amazing. Great idea. And then the house will be a rental property that you can schedule to rent to stay the night for a party up to 8 and sleep in the actual Warren house where Ed and Lorraine did all of their work.
You ready for this? Scare B&B.
I love it, Jeff. And I want to sign up.
Woo! I'm telling you, yes.
I would too.
We should all go sleep over and record a show there while we're doing it.
I'm telling you, it'd be amazing. Like,
as a matter of fact, I'm going to ask him that. I'll see if we'll go. We'll get a group together. That'd be really cool. I would totally do that. 100%.
Oh my God. And the house there, and then they have the society, like their research behind the house. Oh, love the Warrens. So much respect to their work. I would go.
So let me ask you a question. Let's move into a little more paranormal stuff. What is this Sea Serpent Day all about? What the fuck is that?
So it's just national.
It sounds corny to me, but whatever.
No, every day there's something. Like every day it's National something or Animal Awareness Day or whatever. So today is just National Sea Serpent Day. And there's a different like backing to it pertaining to a certain time in history where like the globsters and stuff started to become like well known. So it's just like a day to honor all of the creatures in the ocean, like the sea serpents that are out there. And so for me, I took advantage of the day to acknowledge like the coelacanth, which was discovered that was supposed to be 400 million years old and not live anymore based off of a fossil. And then in 1938, we found it living and thriving just fine. And now we're monitoring this species, which has baffled the mind of marine biologists because this thing shouldn't exist. Like to them, they're like, just shouldn't be here. How is it living? Oh, I don't know. The fact that like 75% of the world is still ocean and we don't watch it every day. I don't know. What do you think, buddy? So there's just so much out there. So it's kind of like a cool way to just honor the day of.
Because people think a lot of things are very simple. There's a lot of very simple. People think simply, like, no, it can't be real. Like people still think bumblebees can fly around with their wings.
Speaking of that, did you see? I don't even know if it was a real article, but I saw a glimpse of it today about the pocket shark that they discovered. They were like 8 inches long or something like that.
That's kind of cool. I don't doubt it. But yeah, people think bumblebees' wings cannot make them fly. Just so you know, that's not how they fly.
And they think that's how they make them fly.
That's not how they fly.
Those little tiny wings on those big fat bodies.
Cannot. They use the energy around them to fly. So they have these cavities in their body that wing forces energy into.
That's
and they
amazing.
do all these cameras and they watch the heat build up around the animal. It levitates them because they become lighter than the air. Their wings cannot lift them up. Their wings the job of the wings is to blow inside of these crevices to cause an energy bust. And it makes this energy around them. They kind of float like they're in an energy float. That's why they kind of graze.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It is.
That
really
is
cool. Look it up.
super
Look it
cool.
up. It's cool. Look it up. It's cool.
I love bumblebees. They're like my favorite. I love all bees, but bumblebees.
People knew that for a long time ago, though, right? That's not a new discovery. There used to be this couple that lived in Colorado named Leo and Helen Seidel. And they lived up the street from us. And we would go hiking. They would come down and they were, just a very old couple, very old at the time. And he would go on hiking stuff and he would tell us that, bees their wings can't make them fly. He would tell us. The way they do it is, and he would tell us, he was really into that stuff and all that kind of stuff, nature and all. But we were kids, but we didn't think about, you don't think about it. You just see a bee fly by, you're like, what? So it's amazing to me, that even the hummingbirds, they can't stop for long or they'll die.
Right. I did read about that. That fascinated me.
They're crazy cool, man. They're just
nature in itself is amazing. Like, look at that. Look at what we just learned. Oh, I just learned tonight about bumblebees. That's fascinating to me.
They did. I remember that too. But see, bumblebees, that's what I'm saying. There's just some really neat stuff about. See, Craig knows what I mean. Because there was a whole thing like bumblebees. The way life works itself. You just think, oh, a bumblebee has wings and it flies. But it doesn't, because if you see a beetle, right? When it opens up that back and the wings come out, they're huge fanning wings.
Yeah.
Bees have little teeny wings, and the wings are supposed to force this air into their area, which makes an energy field to makes them and that's how they get around. Talk about weird shit like that, man.
That's
the fact that they use bee venom to reconnect your brain electrodes, and it really works good for Alzheimer's and dementia. That's we again, everybody has over time now has become so reliant on big farm that Everything natural is
We
out there,
forget
and you just
nature.
have to find it, right? Like we've been doing it. Like talking to Marissa, the way the people, you guys will look up something. It's called the give and take tree in Belize. Take a look at that and what that does for people, and they use it there to this day. So it's just we forget about that. I mean, I know we know a lot of narcotic drugs are a derivative of a plant. We know that, and then it's turned into big money. You know, like, and it's just the prices of it's this. You know, it's people farming to me, man. They don't. We just forget about so many things. I think that's why so many people are going overseas now to do whatever that is, ashwagandha or something like that, and clear their mind to get mental health back, and go in with shamans and all that. And a lot of people come back and say they feel totally better, and it works and all kinds of stuff. And I think that's
the way to do it.
ayahuasca. That's it. Ayahuasca. That's it.
You can do that right in Florida.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, there's people that say they want to go with these real shamans in the country that originated in. They sit there and do it. I mean, I think it's crazy. Like you'd have to have some balls to do it, like because you really have to face your fears. I mean, you know, there's a lot you have to go through inside, but you're really living that.
I was planning on going to one probably around sometime in the winter or early spring in South Florida, like a little ayahuasca.
You just go do it.
Yeah, it's very. The only thing I worry about is like throwing up and shit in my pants. Other than that, I'm good.
Going on the journey, huh?
Well, just don't eat the night before, and
yeah, for sure. Then I'll just shit
do
water.
it. Just do a laxative and get it all out the night before, so you got nothing in there.
Be prep. I'll just drink all that fucking shit and get clear.
But I mean, even at that, you know, some people don't do that, Jeff. Some people do it, but you know, the whole face your fears and the whole journey kind of thing. I mean, that's whatever you're scared of the most, you have to walk up and face it, and that's
very
fucking insane
experience. But these retreats are like 2 or 3 days long, so you do it more than once, and you know, it's supposed to really open up your mind and get rid of things like depression and anxiety and all the things that are sitting in there that shouldn't be there.
But there have been people that have come back from those journeys that have seen loved ones, beings that they don't know, beings of light that have sat and talked with them.
This is what's crazy to me. The end. You always see the same two beings in the end. Everybody has the same experience. And that's weird to me. That's weird to me, Jeff. So there's something to it that has been hidden from humans for a long time.
We could film an episode on ayahuasca when we're on ayahuasca. You know, I'll just, you know, do it right from the
I'm good. I don't want to do it. I'm good. I don't want to have that trippy.
He's like, hounds of hell.
Too much research on psychedelics as a kid.
Didn't Justin friggin' do this? Didn't he say he had a really crazy experience?
I don't remember what he did. He said he just felt like he was gone for 5 years, and then he got back. And he said it took him like 60 days to get back and get him back to normal.
Yeah, and
the guy that's DMT. When we got into Canada, we went into this place where you could buy any kind of drug you wanted in Canada. Everybody, there were zombies. It looked like zombie apocalypse outside. Everybody was bent over. They're on the wall like this.
It was.
And I'm like, I don't want to be like that, Jay. We're not doing none of that, dude. So whatever you're in there, but mushrooms, cocaine. And the guy goes, yeah, we got DMT vape pens. He said, but go somewhere because you're going to be gone for about 15 to 20 minutes. You're not going to be able to be revived. And he said, but some people feel like they're gone 5-10 years when they come back. You're only going to be gone 20 minutes though. I'm like, yeah, no, thanks. I'm not doing that. No, thanks. Can you imagine that, Jeff? You hit it and you feel like you've been gone 10 years. Like, oh my God, I missed you guys, man. Oh my God. And they're like, Jeff, you only took a nap for 20 minutes, bro. What are you talking about? Can you imagine?
Psychedelic therapy is going to be the future when they finally really open it up. In some states it is, in some states it isn't. But all my papers in school that were not respiratory related were mostly written on psychedelic therapy, ketamine, very big, psilocybin's probably one of the top. In the
I would totally think that would be a thing, Jeff, because if it's controlled enough to where people are hurting themselves, because, you know, I always say everything within moderation. Mm-hmm. But if you overdo something, you could burn yourself out. Your brain's not ready for that stuff. So it'd have to be opened up slowly.
Well, when somebody's goes for you and everything, you know, that's huge. And but it's supposed to.
I mean, if you got dementia and you got nothing to lose, fuck it.
Form new synapses in people with dementia. Help people quit. You know, alcoholics quit cold turkey, cigarettes. I mean, things like that. And
if it works, the big farms, it's probably worked forever, Jeff. And then big pharmaceutical companies are going to have people fucking wiped out because of it, because it's going to take people off the drug market, man. Think of the drug. Let me just give you an example. There's a bipolar medicine out there that costs $1,500 a month if you don't have insurance.
Yeah, mood meds are very expensive.
So there are insurance companies paying this ridiculous amount of money to put people on this medication, which works, whatever. I'm not saying it doesn't work. But if you could do something like that when it becomes legal, you know how that companies like that will be out of business? That
Yeah.
hurts people because they spend money they don't have for counting on this. They need you sick, they need you warped,
I was gonna
they
say,
need you fucked up, and that's the thing.
not the cure. You know, if they cure
Yeah,
everybody,
exactly.
they make money. And
You gotta go
I
up.
think that
That's
they're
awesome,
finally
Noah.
starting to open up at least the research part of psychedelics.
Yeah.
To the point where, you know, and there's so much proven, you know, they say like 70 something percent of people who take ketamine for depression, they say that they have an improvement after one dose. 71%, a marked improvement after one dose, and continuing as it goes on. So it's pretty impressive.
It is, but you're going to want to shut it down, bud.
Depression.
I mean, I believe in that. That's it. You know, the gatekeepers, when we talk about it, Jeff, the gatekeepers are these money hungry fucking motherfuckers that keep everybody out. You know, I remember, if you remember, there was a concert. I'll try to find it again. It was probably in the early 90s, and Nikki Sixx was on stage, and he got up and he said, I'm gonna tell you guys something. He talked about this knife that was given to him that he carried on every show he went on and stuff. It was given to him by somebody. He talked about the gatekeepers. They'll tell you you're too ugly, you're too stupid, you're too fat. They'll drug you, they'll hold you down. He said, they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to see what life really is. So I say, fuck those gatekeepers, you know? And a lot of us believe that. And they got past that because they kept going. And yeah, there's a lot of trials and tribulations that you go through, but there's gatekeepers, and they're multi-million-dollar gatekeepers, and they're going to keep it that way. It's going to be hard. I bet there's a lot more cures for things like you were talking about, Jeff, being psychedelics, etc., for a lot of things, dementia, Alzheimer's. I think there's many cures for cancer, but the problem is, you know, there's so many things that we know about, but they get shut down before it ever makes it. I always thought that airplane that went down either last year or the beginning of this year, with all those doctors, with all those that stuff that they had on that one airplane for some sort of cancer, something that they discovered, they all died on that plane crash. Every fucking one of them.
Yeah.
You don't think that's not coincidence? I'm sorry, I don't believe it's coincidence. It's not. That's a plot line. They knew what was going on. They encouraged them. Yeah, everybody, let's get together. We're going to do a seminar, and they had people, and they stick them in. And you know, I know a lot of people in the military, and I talk to a lot of people in law enforcement. You know, the CIA, our own CIA, have men that just kill. That's all they're sent to do. They get a picture, and they have to eradicate this human being at all costs necessary. So we know the CIA does shit like that. What do you
all
think?
the time.
Companies that are protecting big companies, that you're dealing with big pharmaceuticals now, and you're dealing internationally, pharmaceutical drugs. I mean,
people, man.
You know what I mean, Jeff? So it's like if you could really know what the world was like and what really goes on, they distract us. They distract us with all this political shit, and you know, this person doesn't like this, and ban books and shut this down, and we're all distracted while they're up here, man. They're up here doing this. Puppet mastering shit. Yeah, and they're getting money. They're getting in their private jets and their Maseratis and their sex trading, and they're doing all the stuff that we're supposed to be stopping. And then we don't even really make a dent. It's the saddest thing in the world, man. It's the saddest thing in the world. It's like putting a bumblebee on an ant pile and expecting him to shut the fucking process down. It doesn't happen. It gets consumed, right? And it gets consumed by dumb shit all the time. And I'm telling you, there's more going on out there. And Jeff's right. I think there's a lot of healing stuff, especially with that psychedelic stuff that helps a lot of people.
Rewarding billionaires for being billionaires and start, you know, taking care of you know, Main Street and staying off fucking Wall Street. It's just the way it is, man. Everybody's covering up everything, you know, to try to save whoever, you know. I mean, every billionaire in the Epstein list is probably making daily phone calls to the fucking White House. Help me, save me. You know, it's going to come.
That's the way it's always going to be, because you're always going to have people that get to the top. There are people that make it to the elite from dirt fucking nothing. There are.
Yeah, but then
they get up there, and it's a war, and they know that it's a war, and you got to, in order to stay where you are, man, people have to go down. It's the casualties of war, period. And unfortunately, it's usually you're just normal loving, hardworking person that works their whole life away in some factory that's full of toxins. They end up with brain cancer. They know they know there's a cure for it, but you're not going to get it because now we're going to keep.
Right?
Yeah, now we're going to make money off your insurance, and we're going to milk you dry like they do to old people when they put them in these houses. Like it's happened to me and my family, and they put you in these old folks' homes, and they drain every bit of fucking money that those people have. And then when it's not there anymore, they go, huh, we'll put them in a state facility. Then they get bed sores and they're beaten, and then they hire people at $8 an hour. Fuck that, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's the world, and there's nothing we can do. I don't care. We've done it for so long. It's hard for us to turn that boat around. It's going to be really hard to turn that boat around.
Well, I think people are becoming aware. I think people on both sides of the aisle are becoming aware, and I think you're going to see like a lot more bipartisan initiatives eventually because people are getting fed up and.
Well, Jeff, think about our time. Did you ever think that marijuana would be legal?
Hell no, man.
When we were young, I'm like, oh my God, dude, they're never going to make this legal.
Dispensary and all, and I'm in a recreational state now. Like they have a weed bar. It's these big glass jars, and you can open them up and stick your face in there and enjoy it. And it's expensive. They put basically a 20% tax on it, which is ridiculous. But I found a spot that gives me 20% off from my medical card, so it all washes at the end of the day.
Isn't that crazy? But still, I would have never thought back in the day they're making too much money.
That they need to legalize drugs because it takes the criminal element out of it. Period. Doesn't matter what it is.
That too, Noah.
As well as, really start to crack down on people who are bad for everyone. Start holding these billionaires accountable for the things that they do to make this money. And then they have to make more and more and more. I mean, you have generational wealth that you're never going to spend, and your kids and your grandkids and their grandkids are never going to spend. And yet they still want more and more. It's greed. It's just simple. Corporate.
I agree 100%.
I agree with this comment.
I have to go to work, y'all. I hate to cut me short, but
that's all right, buddy. We're
at the hour.
Wrapping it up. We're at the hour anyways, bud. We're good to go.
Cool.
We've had a good time, guys. Everybody coming out and talking with us here at the Motley Croc Show. Jeff's got to get to work, so I'll go ahead and end it up for tonight because we have to do that. And we'll see you next week, Jeff. Are you available next week, my friend? Are you?
Did he sign off? Jeff?
Everybody still there?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Jeff?
I can
Wait, what? What's happening?
Oh, he froze again.
There we go. I said, are you here next week?
I think I might be working next week. My schedule got all screwed around. I got to check when I get to work, but I'll let you know.
Okay, well, keep us posted. Until next week, guys, we'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Jeff, have a good night at work. Brittany, thanks for coming in. We'll talk to you soon.